Hey guys, welcome back to the Open Minded Podcast with me, your host Levi Koritz, and today we've got our guest here, Kieran Lee.
Alright, how's it going?
Yeah, all right. So today we'll just be talking about obviously men's mental health and that, and because with you, you've played sports like obviously in the past. Like, what kind of sports have you played?
Yeah, so I was quite active. So from ages probably 4 to like 12, I was playing rugby league like every weekend in winter. I would always watch games. I loved it. And then going into high school, I did rowing, which is an experience. And in my final year, I did football. So it's quite active, really.
Yeah. Did you find that like the environment of the like sports that you played like or like did it differ from sport to sport, like the mental like kind of the mentality of it?
Yeah, it definitely did. Cause like at a younger age when I was playing rugby league and stuff, it wasn't really competitive. Like it didn't mean anything. So it's just there to go have fun and stuff. But like when I started getting older, so like around 11 and 12, I was rather skinny.
Yeah.
Like, because I weigh 60 kg now. Like I was probably 40, 50 kg. And like you're versing a lot bigger guys. So it gets kind of like you're looking at yourself and you're like, I wish I could be bigger. I wish I could do more. Like I wish I was stronger.
Yeah.
Like you go on and then it kind of takes a toll more of it because it's building up and up.
Yeah.
And then with rowing especially, you always are comparing yourself because you have to be equally as good, if not better, than everyone else in your boat.
Yeah.
So like, because you didn't want to be the cause of why you lost a race or like why you you didn't want to make that mistake that would lose you something. So it was more like, yeah, it was a lot more competitive and like.
Yeah. Did you find like with the sports like that it took like a toll on your mental health, like as you got older, like as the sports got kind of like more competitive in that?
I would say it probably did because, yeah, it was always like the I wish I could be better. I wish statements it always took that toll nearly. Like in rowing, like especially with like rowing in ergs and stuff, like you would look next to you and someone would be going much quicker and they would be going a lot faster than you, so you would then try and match their pace and it would burn you out and then you would perform worse because trying to perform like someone else. So it's like that comparison between people.
So you don't do rowing anymore, do you?
No, I stopped.
Well, when did you stop?
Probably going into year 13. So I did it year 11 and 12.
Yeah.
Then into year 13 I stopped.
Yeah. Why was that? Just
well, it was for a back injury, but it was also I didn't enjoy it as much because I kept comparing myself to people that had done it for much longer. And like.
So it kind of just took like like that mental toll, and you're like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah, it got too much kind of to handle, so I kind of had to stop, or I was gonna go to a place you don't want to go. Like.
Yeah. So, and because year 13 you did, what was it, social football?
Yeah, social
football. Yeah. How did you find that?
I love it. Just like we always joke like because I'm English, I love football, which is true. I love it, but like I hadn't really played football before. Like I had always watched it and like so I had never played it, so it was different as well because it was more of the social, like just there to have fun. It wasn't competitive in the slightest. Like you would just play for playing and like so like that probably was a better output, kind of to put all the stress and like all the work up over school into because you didn't have to worry or about performing or like
yeah.
And
then do you do any sports at the moment or?
No, I've kind of taken a break, like due to like time issues and like.
Yeah. Well, would you like to get back into like sports and that, or?
I would say probably I would if it was more socially, not really competitive, because it's a good way to take your mind off of things.
Yeah.
But it's also like if it gets too competitive, it then can add things and put more weight on your shoulders.
Yeah, like the kind of the mentality towards the like social sports is a lot more freeing, I guess, and a lot
Yeah.
like more friendly, less. I guess it takes a lot less of a toll on your mental state.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like it's normally a calmer environment nearly. So it's like if you make a mistake in social, it's like, well, you've made a mistake. But like, if it's in competitive, you're more, oh, I've really screwed this up. Like I'm gonna be the sole reason we lose, or like,
Yeah. Yeah, no, like when I was like, because I grew up playing like a bunch of different sports, but none of them really stuck. Like I started when I was probably like 4. I played like football, and I remember my first ever game. I was like, I got our team's first goal, but I shot it into our one
yeah,
on accident,
yeah,
and because everyone around like in my team was like didn't really care. We're like they thought it was funny, but I had these parents on the sideline like yelling at me, being what's wrong with you? And I'm like, dude, I'm 4, man. Like,
yeah. No, I
like,
feel like parents, especially during kids sports, they get more competitive than the actual children.
yeah,
So like they kind of would shout abuse to the children sometimes, and it's like, well,
yeah. I did find that a lot in the sports, in sports in general when I was growing up, and also I find a lot of parents live vicariously through their kids,
yeah,
like in
definitely, for sure.
sports, because it's like I never got this good, but I want my kid to like be this good, like not really taking into account how their kid feels about it.
Yeah, it's like with me, my dad, he was nearly like not semi-pro, but like the league underneath it in England. He played for like the London Wasps
Yeah,
Prem squad, and like he always wanted like his children or us to like get into rugby, and like
yeah,
it was kind of like a driving factor of it, kind of because he didn't want to play anymore
yeah,
because he I think got injured, so like he was unable to keep playing, and then of course he moved over here to New Zealand, so like he never really found a team to play for
yeah,
because like the only New Zealand team he supported was the Crusaders, and we didn't move into Christchurch, so
yeah,
it was, yeah, he didn't really want to play for a team he didn't support,
yeah,
and like yeah, he kind of lived vicariously through us,
yeah.
kind of.
Did you find that he tried to push you like towards that, like towards playing rugby?
I would say he definitely got us involved. Like he would go, oh, why don't you give it a try? Like,
Yeah,
but he wasn't like he didn't force you to do it. He kind of just like, this is a really fun thing. Like, I think you would enjoy it. So like, you would go off and do it, and then you'd find it quite fun. If you didn't like it, you could just stop.
yeah,
Like, yeah, because I got up to a rather high level in rugby league as well.
yeah.
Because I played representative side. So, and I also went on a Broncos high performance training camp.
Oh yeah,
So like yeah, it's an experience. Like, but yeah, when I kind of stopped, I didn't leave the sport nearly. Like I started working for NZ Rugby instead.
oh yeah,
So like yeah, I was on the media team, and yeah, it's quite amusing watching a little twig walk up to a big player and like go asking for an interview. Like I interviewed Hani Hiramia, who plays for the Black Ferns,
oh yeah,
and like she's big. Like she looks really scary, but she's probably one of the nicest people. And like
yeah,
another person I actually interviewed was Vicky Rose Green, who just signed for the Chiefs, like the Chiefs women's side. So like, yeah, it's quite. I've always been like connected, kind of to the sport.
yeah. I found like I can't remember what age exactly I stopped playing football, but then I went into like I went into touch rugby mainly because I think the reason was because I had glasses, so I don't want to get tackled and my glasses break.
Yeah.
And that I remember at one point I was in a team and my coach was like typical, stocky rugby dad, used to
Yeah.
play like quite a good level, and now he's here, yelling at kids, like, because I was never really into it as much as everyone else. Like, like any sports I did, I was never as competitive. I kind of just want to enjoy it. I didn't want to, like, and all the other kids on my team were, like, way better than me because they were, like, that was their life kind of thing. And then for me, it was like, oh, I just want to have fun. And then our coach would be like, why aren't you trying hard enough? I'm like, this is as hard, like, I am trying as hard as, like, I can, but I'm not like naturally, I'm not that fit. I was never really that sporty in general. Yeah, and he was trained it like it was professional rugby, and it's just like a bunch of like 12-year-olds running around on a field, like trying to like run the ball down.
Yeah, I think that would kind of affect mental health as well, like of being told why aren't you trying hard enough, even though you could be, but like you're not performing at the same level as other people. It's like you always get told, oh, you're not good enough. Oh, why aren't you doing this? And
he was definitely a bit of an asshole. Cause he would give me shit, and I'm like, well, like it wasn't like banter. It was like proper, like, oh, like look at you, fucking 4 eyes or some shit. I'm like, bro, I'm 12. Like, you're bullying a 12-year-old, man. I think that did, like, especially when it came to sports, like my confidence and like self-esteem was definitely very low, and that's why I hated doing PE in school, like primary or high school. I hated it because I knew I wasn't as like. I was on the lower end of, like, athleticism, like, when it came to people in my class, especially because a lot of my class were, like, naturally sporty. And then I was kind of there just, like, I'd kind of try and get out of it, out of, like, PE and doing all that stuff if I could. Not because I didn't enjoy it, just because I felt, like, way too self-conscious about it.
You know, I was definitely at that point. Like, I think one of the reasons I quit was because, like, rugby league especially, was because I remember playing the game. And, like, I got absolutely smoked one time. Like, I was put into the ground, and I heard someone shouting, oh, of course the twig got folded, and, like, oh, make sure you didn't snap in half during that. And, like, it definitely started taking a toll on, like, oh, I got into that, like, mindset of, like, I need to put on weight, and, like, Yeah. So I try and, like, gorge myself to try and get, like, more stocky or, like, put on more weight so I was less of a twig, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, no. Because after, what was it? Yeah, after touch rugby, I can't remember. I think I would have been around year 6 or 7 when I tried to play basketball, which at that age, you don't think it's that bad. And then, like, I played it for a couple of years, and then as I got older, like, people start getting taller, and then you realize, like, if you're not that tall, it's way harder to try and, like, be good at it. And because I'm naturally, like, just a shorter person, it was not good. Like, I would be there trying to, like, guard this person who's, like this taller, like 6'4" or something. I'm here at 5'7", trying to, like, guard them. Probably even shorter at the time, trying to guard them, and they're, like, towering over me. And you can't exactly, like, when they're, like, team was, like, passing the ball, you can't exactly, like, grab it before them because their arm reach is so much, like, longer than yours.
Yeah, no, it's definitely.
And I think that was also definitely, like, in the basketball, like, setting, definitely wasn't good because basketball's very toxic. Like, and it's on court as well. Like, I was used to getting shit, like, off the field, but then when it came to, like, basketball, you get shit, like, in the middle of the game. Like, I'd have, like, the basketball. Like, I'd have the basketball, and then I get taken off me, and you get shit, like, immediately. Like, oh, you suck. Like, and I'm like, bro, like, there's nothing I could do in that situation. But yeah, no, I found it. I was also like, oh, I wanted to be taller and that, because it's like, if I was taller, I'd be better at the game. Obviously, that's not everything, but it's at that age, you're like, oh, I wish I could be this. Like, this would make me a much better player. Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely does happen though, because, like, when I was playing a tournament called the North Islands Rugby League, I wasn't playing for Waikato, even though I lived in it. So I knew quite a lot of the Waikato players. So, like, I was playing for the Hauraki, like, Plains district, kind of.
Yeah.
So, like, and, like, we were playing the Waikato team, and, like, there were people that I knew, and they would kind of target you if you were, like, smaller, and if they knew you, because it was funnier, I guess, to them if you, like, got absolutely folded.
Yeah.
And, like, tackles, and, like, I remember we were playing Bay of Plenty, and, like, they were all at least 6'4", and I was probably like 5'8" at the time,
Yeah.
and like they were 6'4" and stocky, and like it. There was a game because they would kind of give you shit as you were playing it. And,
Yeah.
like they would put you on the ground and then kind of stop. Yeah, getting shit on the field, like
Oh, yeah.
it definitely starts taking a toll. Like
Yeah.
when you're constantly told on and off the field, like you're not big enough or you're not like strong enough or
Yeah, I feel like when you, because a lot of kids like start sports so young, it's kind of ingrained into them their mentality as they grow up, and I think that not only like is during sports, but like it kind of leaks into the personality in a way, and so like even outside of the sports, they'll be like somewhere else, and they'll kind of have that like toxic like personality.
yeah, like
Because because a lot of the time sports is kind of their life, and so that's what they're used to being like all the time.
yeah.
Like, and I find a lot of like people who are very good at sports or very into sports, a lot of them are very competitive about like small things as well.
Yeah, and like I think one of the things with sports as well, especially at a higher level, is you have to kind of be egotistical.
Yeah,
Kind of like I am the best. Like
you see like yeah, you see like professionals, you see like Michael Jordan or like Kobe and stuff, and
yeah,
then Kobe's like, oh, if I don't have the ball, it's like there's least chance for me to win, kind of thing.
yeah.
It's like that. Yeah, it's like
you
that
have to have the egotistical kind of mindset to be able to perform
at the top.
at the top.
Yeah.
So like, I think that kind of tries to get pushed onto children.
I found that a lot as well with the first 11s, I think, for football, and yeah, in high. Oh, like the mentality that some of them would have around football was so toxic. Like
Yeah, no.
they would like you would like say one thing about like football, or say a bit that's like not complete. They don't completely agree with. Like you're still in the same vein, but it's not directly with them. They'll just like trying to rip you a new one.
They would like.
Or you go for like you support a different team, you're done for. Like
Yeah, it's like, especially with me, right? Because in rugby, I support the Crusaders,
yeah,
and like, I live in Morrinsville. Like, that's a Chiefs town. Like,
yeah,
I think it's only Chiefs there. So like, I'll wear a Crusaders shirt and I'll get honked at and like shouted abuse at through windows, and
I mean, I feel
it's an odd experience.
I feel like you just get that in Morrinsville in general.
Yeah, you do.
Like I've gotten that for no reason.
Yeah, and then like the football team I support, the Tottenham Hotspur, doesn't have the best rep.
Yeah,
Like, we haven't won a trophy since like '84, I think. So like, yeah, kind of like if you, especially in school and stuff, if you don't support the same teams, nearly you get told you're worse because you don't support them, and it's like,
yeah.
especially from those type of people.
Yeah,
it's
especially when you're in that area that's heavily like specific sports team, like specifically a certain area is like, oh, this is the team we support, and if you're in that area and you don't support that team, it's you get a lot more like shit for it. You get like, oh, like fuck's wrong with you, like shit like that.
Yeah, that definitely happens. It's like, especially if it's like a generational thing as well, because like my dad supported Tottenham, whose dad supported Tottenham, who's like it goes on like through generations. You kind of follow the generation nearly, and
Yeah.
like you're given shit just because you don't follow a team, but like it doesn't really make much sense to me, because it's like, why be toxic to a different team just
Yeah.
because it's not the same person that you like, the same team you follow, or like.
With that mentality, like it is quite like toxic, and I don't think it's good for people.
Yeah, it definitely will take tolls, kind of like letting it get to that level, kind of like bringing down your mental health from, like, kind of being like not a die-hard fan, but like if you're following it that closely where it starts, like a game score will start affecting you, then it's kind of.
Yeah, it's like when it's to the point that that's all you can think about, that is quite bad, because it's like there's other things you should be focusing on like in life, and then if this is all you're thinking about, that's not good for your mental health, because then you're constantly like feeling shit in that, and
Yeah, no, for sure.
like I know I've had stuff like that where that's all I could think about, and it's not. It didn't last too long, but it's not a good like mental state to be in.
Yeah, it's kind of like if like we lose a game or something, I was go, oh, well, that kind of sucks, and then like 10 minutes later, I'm fine again. Like, oh well, we've always got next game, or like that mental burden of holding a grudge for that long is just kind of it's not right.
Yeah, like honestly, I don't hold them up grudges that often. I just can't be bothered. Like I'll be like, oh, I'm gonna hold this for ages, and then it's like, oh, I can't be bothered.
Yeah, it's kind of like
it's like it takes too much like on your mental health. Like
it's like mental strain of just like, oh, I got to be angry, and then you kind of trying to stay angry.
Exhausting.
Like, you just get sick of it and tired.
No, yeah, we'll wrap it up there. But thanks, Kieran, for coming along, talking about all this, and this has been the Open Minded Podcast. Thanks.